I never mentioned my brother was dead to a coworker, and I caught her spreading a terrible lie about him, so I reported her to the manager to get her fired. I'm a triplet with 2 brothers, but one of them passed away when we were 14. It's been 9 years now, and I've learned to handle it in my own way. Whenever someone new asks about siblings, I just say I'm a triplet with 2 brothers. Present tense. I'm not trying to trauma dump during small talk with people I barely know. From talking to others in grief support groups, I learned this is pretty common. You give the simple answer and move on. I started working at a new job 3 months ago. The coworkers are nice enough, but I still feel like the outsider. They're all really close, been working together for years. When they asked how many siblings I have during lunch one day, I gave them my usual answer. No problems there. Everyone just nodded and the conversation moved on to other topics. Then one week, my car broke down and was in the shop, so my other triplet brother picked me up every day after work. My coworker Kate saw him pull up on the 3rd day. She practically ran over to my desk the next morning. She thought he was cute, like really cute. She asked me to set them up, batting her eyelashes like we were suddenly best friends. I politely said no, he has a girlfriend. They've been together for 2 years. She looked disappointed, but then her face lit up. She asked about my other brother. Maybe he's single? I hesitated for a second, then just said he isn't available either. Technically true, just not in the way she was thinking. He's been dead for 9 years, so yeah, definitely not available. I didn't want to explain the whole tragic backstory to someone I'd known for 3 months, so I left it at that. She seemed annoyed, but dropped it, or so I thought. A few weeks passed by normally. Then one day I'm in the break room making coffee when I overhear Kate trash-talking me to some of the younger coworkers. She's going on about how I'm stuck up and fake. She tells them she knows I lied about my other brother being unavailable because she found him on Instagram and he's completely single. She's showing them his profile on her phone, talking about how shady I am for lying to her face. I'm standing there confused because my deceased brother never had an Instagram. He died before Instagram was even popular. I don't say anything. I just leave the break room and go back to my desk, but I'm trying to piece this together in my head. Then it hits me. She probably stalked my Instagram, saw photos with my male cousin who shares our last name, and assumed he was the 3rd triplet. He's in a bunch of family photos with me and my brother. He's around our age, looks vaguely like us. She literally just picked a random guy from my photos and decided that was my brother. I wanted to ignore it because I absolutely hate confrontation. But the next day, multiple coworkers started giving me weird looks. A couple of them approached me separately asking what's wrong with me, why I'm being so secretive and weird about my family. Kate had apparently told half the office that I was gatekeeping my hot brother from her out of pure jealousy. She was painting me as this possessive, lying weirdo who makes up excuses to keep guys away from her. People were actually believing her. I could feel the energy in the office shift toward me. That's when I decided enough was enough. I went straight to my manager's office and asked for a private meeting. I explained the entire situation from the beginning. How I'm a triplet. How one of my brothers passed away when we were young. How I typically just say I have 2 brothers to avoid uncomfortable conversations. I told him about Kate asking me to set her up, about me saying my other brother wasn't available, and about her somehow finding my cousin on Instagram and assuming he was my brother. Then I showed him my brother's obituary on my phone. I had it saved in my photos because sometimes I still read it when I miss him. My manager's face went completely pale. He apologized profusely and said he'd handle it immediately. Kate got called into his office within the hour. I didn't hear the conversation, but I saw her walk out looking like she'd seen a ghost. Her face was bright red and she wouldn't make eye contact with anyone. She avoided me completely for the next few days, didn't say a word to me, didn't even look in my direction. Then exactly 1 week later, she was gone. Fired for harassment and creating a hostile work environment. My manager sent out a company-wide email about respecting boundaries and not spreading rumors about coworkers' personal lives. He didn't name anyone specifically, but everyone knew exactly who it was about. A few coworkers apologized to me privately. They said they felt terrible for believing her gossip without asking me directly. Honestly, I don't hold it against them. Kate was convincing, and I never explained my situation. But Kate, she played stupid games and won the stupidest prize possible. She lost her job because she couldn't handle being told no and decided to make up an entire narrative about my dead brother. The wildest part? My cousin she was obsessed with is actually engaged. She literally stalked the wrong person's Instagram and still got it wrong.